Nothing.
Looked like Santel a while ago was maybe trying to fire up the Rick kick, but
He's
look,
got him for the pile driver. That's a DQ. Hey, I'm saying what's right. You didn't have no business coming out here. The pile driver was made illegal for a reason.
Hot Rod Biggs has an announcer's contract. Hot Rod Biggs is an announcer. Hot Rod, you got an announcer's contract. You've got. Whoa, hang on a second. Wait a minute. Whoa. What's going on here? And Hammerjack, we need some help out here. We need somebody I can't do anything about it. Somebody get out here. Hot Rod Biggs is busted wide open. Hammerjack and Charming Charles have brought their craziness to Hot Rod Biggs. Hot Rod Biggs got really upset with him and enough to want to get in the ring with him, I guess, and then, or at least confront him. And now Hot Rod Biggs is busted open and he's in the middle of the ring. They've got what was that he said about Charles Dickens? Who cares? But he's got a chain. Hammerjack and Charming Charles. Hot Rod Biggs. I wish I could do something, Hot Rod. I'm not a wrestler. I'd be useless to you. I'd be in your way. Somebody help. What they're going to... Finally, it's the Boogie Woogie boy. The Boogie Woogie boy, Gary Valiant, hits the ring. He's in the ring, and Charles and Hammerjack finally scatter. This is craziness. This is craziness. This is craziness.
No.
Christmas night, Gary Valiant. Jingle bells all the way, pal.
That's right, Gary. You got it coming to you. Gary Valiant has it coming to him Christmas night. We're going to end his career once and for all right there in Columbia, Tennessee.
Hello again, everybody. This is Jack Johnson along with Paul Adams this week. You are watching Southern All-Star Wrestling. You know my partner, Hot Rod Biggs, my erstwhile partner this week. He's not here because Paul Adams, he had a serious injury last week at the hands of Hammerjack. We had blood pouring everywhere. I don't know if he's okay or what. Nobody's told me anything, as usual. But you're here, Paul Adams, and I guess we'll just have to do the show, Jack Johnson, Paul Adams.
We're going to have to, Jack Johnson. As much as I love Hot Rod, I hate to break it to you, but the show must go on. So I'm here. I'm your tag team partner this week, Jack Johnson. And coming off the heels of Christmas Clash 2007 in Columbia, Tennessee this past Tuesday night, we're not slowing down one bit. Today on the program, we got Mason Rage. We got the Boogie Woogie boy, Gary Valiant. We got Tribal Nation, Jack Johnson. And as you can see right here, we got Eric Andrews on the program today, and I'm ready to pick the winner, the man that's going to challenge for the TV belt today.
You've got a Titans hat, a Tennessee Titans hat there, and you're telling me who is going to challenge for the Saw title. That decision is going to be made by you, Paul Adams, by picking out of a hat.
Yeah, an unbiased individual from New York. You know, that's where we do things on the up and up. I'm going to pick the challenger for Norrie Havoc this week, and, you know, I am not, you know, that's kind of biased. That's anti-New Yorkite right there, giving me a Titans hat. This ought to be a Yankee ball cap. But I'm going ahead right now. I'm going to even close my eyes, Jack Johnson, just so I can't be accused of any collusion of any type. And I don't want you peeking at me, not peeking. I'm going to go ahead here and dip into the hat right now. I'll even let you read who the winner is.
You're going to pick the challenger to the, you are picking it right now out of the Tennessee Titans hat. Again, that is Paul Adams. And I hope this is a legit deal. I don't know what the deal is here, but I will read the winner. And the winner is, let me check it out there. I feel like I'm at the Academy Awards here or something, but Norrie Havoc. Odd that Norrie.
Yes! We have a winner. Norrie Havoc is going to, you know, I had a feeling all week we were going to luck out this week. I did. I had a feeling. Oh, and now it says goose pimples right up and down my arms, Jack Johnson. Norrie Havoc, I got to go get rid of this hat. I mean, prepare for that match today on TV. Norrie Havoc, my man, my boy, going to challenge Eric Andrews for the belt. I'll catch you back in the broadcast booth in a couple minutes. Let me go give Norrie the good news.
That's a goose pimples. I think you're full of goose something. Maybe not pimples, but we've got that. Eric Andrews and more right here. Saw starts now. Hello again, everybody. Jack Johnson and Paul Adams, and you are watching Southern All-Star Wrestling as we see the Boogie Woogie Boy and Miss Boogie on their way to the ring. There's the Boogie Woogie Boy right now getting in the ring to face Big Rick Brown.
And we're kind of seeing the lighter side of the Boogie Woogie Boy here at the start of the program here. Jack Johnson now getting right, jump from behind here right at the outset by Big Rig Brown. Now Boogie fighting back here with a couple of right hands. Going to go for a third, hits a hat trick here, and Big Rig goes right to the eyes. But Boogie Woogie Boy saw the lighter side of him coming to the ring here as he hits a big backdrop on Big Rig Brown. But I think we're going to see another side of the Boogie Woogie Boy this coming Friday night in Millersville, Tennessee, New Year's Brawl 2008.
Definitely Paul Adams. He's going to be serious there. He's serious right now, and in serious jeopardy is Big Rig Brown, who has spilled to the outside. Big Rig Brown, the world's greatest truck driver, or so he claims.
Well, the one thing the Boogie Woogie Boy has learned over the last couple of months, kind of the hard way, Jack Johnson, is to never turn your back on Hammerjack. You think you'd have learned not to turn your back on anybody here in SAW, and Big Rig Brown tried to go for the early advantage there when Boogie did have his back turned, but Boogie turned it right around, took back over, send Big Rig Brown down there to the outside, try and regroup here, maybe go with plan B here against the Boogie Woogie Boy. But like I said just moments ago, now you see there.
Oh, the big kiss.
Planting one on the kiss right there. You're seeing the lighter side of the Boogie Woogie Boy right now. But this Friday night in Millersville, Tennessee, the promoters up in Millersville have put together a huge match, the main event stage, once and for all. You're going to see Hammerjack and the Boogie Woogie Boy try and settle this thing.
Big Rick Brown with a full arm drag and twist. He is working over the Boogie Woogie Boy. The Boogie Woogie Boy reverses it with the same move. And look at that. Big Rick Brown is in dire straits. Boogie really working over that arm. Boogie looking good. Oh, look out. Big Rick Brown showing a little athleticism there.
Big Rig now grabbing her top wrist lock. Boogie tries to roll through, boots him off there. Double boot right to the chest of Big Rig now. Mexican arm drag there, following up the Boogie Woogie Boy now. Standard arm drag there, going to work. Bars the arm, keeping Big Rig down right on the center of the ring.
Boogie Woogie Boy really looking good after those concussions. Hammerjack handed to him. You know, it's a wonder to me that the guy he's maybe not back where he was, but he's getting there. He's getting there, Paul Adams.
Well, he wasn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed to begin with, Jack Johnson. You know, the last original thought this Boogie Woogie Boy had, he left it swirling in a bowl. Those concussions couldn't have helped any. I'll tell you what, now ducked a little bit early there for that backdrop, and Big Rig Brown allowed him to gain that advantage. Big elbow right to the back of the neck, and that's probably the area to work on with the Boogie Woogie Boy. He's gone through pile driver after pile driver for Hammerjack, including on the floor, just feet away from you. You saw the impact that move had. It could have put him out permanently, but he's back here, coming off the heels of Christmas Chaos. Nothing settled out in Columbia, Tennessee. Here, he's hoping to settle it this Friday night in Millersville. Big suplex
by Big Rig Brown. You know, Big Rig, no dummy, with the cover now. 1, 2, and no. He's kicking out. He's kicking out. The Boogie Woogie Boy is kicked out of this. Big Rig Brown knows he's fighting a man with some concussion problems. And the Boogie Woogie Boy just on the ropes right now. Whipped into the ropes, ducked by the Big Rig Brown. Now Big Rig Brown with a big high knee. And Boogie Woogie hit in the head once again, Paul Adams. And he's out on the mat.
And it doesn't take too many concussions, Jack Johnson. 3 or 4 concussions, and you're going to start feeling the effects of that. Your motor coordination and everything else gets affected. You've seen how many football players have we seen forced into retirement because of repeated concussion syndrome, Jack Johnson?
Retired Steve Young.
Yep, Troy Aikman. And if this Boogie Boy was smart, he'd get out of the ring. He'd stay out of the ring permanently, but he ain't got no sense. He's coming there this Friday night, going to try and settle it, but it's going to be Hammerjack that's going to settle this war once and for all Friday in Millersville.
It says something about the Boogie Woogie Boy and his stick-to-itiveness, and now he's taking a high knee to the chin from Big Rig Brown, and Big Rig Brown is ready for some action. Oh, with a knee across the throat and across the face. And now he rolls Boogie over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Could this be it? No, Boogie Woogie has rolled out once again.
And I suppose he's going to have that little Jezebel there in the corner, that little trollop, the Boogie Woogie girl. I suppose she's going to be there reveling in what they think is going to be their ultimate victory this Friday in Millersville. I suppose she's going to be there, you know. When she comes around, Jack Johnson, it smells like a brothel at low tide.
Oh,
there she is right now, walking through camera there. A little showboating here by Big Rig Brown right down. No water in a pool for Big Rig Brown. Misses that big knee drop off the middle turnbuckle. And you hear the crowd now trying to rally around their big favorite, the Boogie Woogie Boy, Gary Valiant, now firing back.
Boogie Woogie back, working on the noggin to Big Rig Brown, and Big Rig Brown goes down. You're talking about the Boogie lady. She is really there in her corner. We should all be so looking. Look out, Boogie Blaster. Boogie Blaster on Big Rig Brown. He doesn't know where he's at. Boogie Woogie Boy trying to make the cover, rolling him over. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Your winner, the Boogie Woogie Boy. We'll be right back with more. You're watching Saw.